Dumpster rental businesses. Should you start a dumpster rental business? I see a lot of people online talking about this business idea because there is some passive income to it. There's a little bit of reoccurring revenue to it once you get a client that consistently needs a dumpster. There's some good things about this business idea, but there's also some things that I would caution you before starting this business idea. There's some things that I just don't like about it, and I'm going to go through that right now. If you like this type of content, I review business ideas, tell you how you can start them and how you can get rich being an entrepreneur. Please hit like and subscribe. Okay, so let's go through the expenses. This is my biggest problem with this business idea, is that there's so much of a capital expenditure. Now, I will make one caveat. If you own a company that would complement a dumpster rental business, like let's say you own a roofing company where you install the roofs, maybe a construction company, maybe an excavating company, where you already have some of this equipment, then it might be very easy for you to start adding back into a dumpster rental business, okay? So I will say that, I will say that caveat. Those of you out there that own current construction companies, you want to add a little bit of recurring revenue to your company, yes, starting a dumpster rental business would probably be a great idea for you. But for an everyday person who doesn't have the equipment, I'm going to go through the expenses here, and you're going to see how expensive this business really is. Well, for a roll-off truck or a truck with a roll-off trailer, no matter how way you do it, you're looking anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000. I put $70,000. When I started looking around and doing the math, it was about $70,000 that you're going to have to spend on just the equipment to go drop off the dumpster and drive the dumpster to the service station, okay? So big expenditure. Also, you're going to be looking at about $4,000 to $5,000 from anywhere from a 10 to 20 to 30, 40 yard dumpster. So you're looking at $4,000 to $5,000 per dumpster that you're going to need. And you're going to need that. So just to get started with one dumpster in this business, you're looking at $75,000. $500 a year for website, maybe a little bit of marketing, probably another $1,000 for marketing. Insurance is probably going to cost you $4,000 to $5,000 a year, if not even higher. Okay, so we're at $80,000 plus another $2,000 to $3,000 for a website and marketing. So you're at about $85,000 just to get started in this business. Okay, so I did some math and I said, okay, well, how much money can we make? The average cost to rent a dumpster, it's all over the place. First off, it's very hard to find this figure, but it's going to be about $500 a week. Okay, so how much can you make a year with one dumpster being rented out for 30 weeks? That's like over half of the year. You're making 15 grand, okay, off that one dumpster. Again, the dumpster is $5,000, okay, so 1/3 of your cost goes to the dumpster. Another third probably goes to gas and picking it up. So you're profiting probably $4,000, maybe $3,000 off that dumpster when the dumpster costs you $5,000. So I guess next year we're going to make money off that one dumpster. Can you scale it? Okay, with 5 dumpsters, what are we doing? 30 weeks a year, 5 dumpsters at $500 a week. We're making $75,000 a year, and our upfront cost was $85,000. This business, the only thing that stresses me out is I don't see a road to profitability year one. And I don't like that. I want a business that I can turn a profit very quickly. You could look at this and say, well, all I'm doing is spending the down payment on the equipment, and then if we finance it, the dumpsters are kind of paying for it, and then after the loan's done, you have the equipment. But how much are used dumpsters going for? I don't think you could probably sell a used dumpster that's rusted and beat up to heck for $4,000 to $5,000. So it's going to be depreciated down. Same thing with a truck. If you're doing that much dumpster rental with a truck, you probably get a lot of miles on it. The equipment's wore down. So I don't really see the play kind of like real estate, like somebody else is paying my mortgage, someone else paying my loan. So that's one thing I don't like about this. Okay, so I don't like only making $15,000 to $20,000 on a $5,000 investment, but there's a lot of fees and expenses with that because we got to drop it off the transfer station. That's going to cost us money. So there's a lot of expenses in this. There's a lot of unknown because you have to have that dumpster rented out. And I do think that there's a lot of companies out there that are starting this business. So there might be a point with our economy going down a little bit that people aren't building as much. But that being said, I will refute my own argument and say people aren't buying houses, but they are renovating their own house. So they might need a dumpster for that. The only thing that scares me about this, and that I always advise people, from my opinion, talking with people with experience of starting businesses, This is not a business I would start unless you're in this industry. If you are in an industry that already uses dumpsters and you're like, Nate, I'm the guy who pays $500 a week for a dumpster. Nate, I'm paying $2,000 a month for dumpsters. After 2 to 3 months, I could have just bought the dumpster. And I already have a truck that could potentially do it. I agree with you. Then maybe you should start this business because you are kind of starting a business out of removing an expense, which will bring you money, which at the end of the day, you'll have more money. But from somebody who's on the couch right now trying to figure out, hey, I want to start a business. What's a business that has passive income, that has recurring revenue? There's an aspect of that in this business, but in my opinion, unless you are in this industry already, I would recommend that you do not start this business. I don't see a road to clear profitability unless you go into year 2, which is very depressing to me because you're spending a lot of time. Yes, the dumpster is rented out for a week at a time, but you have to go pick it up. And if you're doing that with 5 dumpsters, you're spending a lot of time to make no money. Why would you do that when you could go start tons of other businesses where you put a lot of time in and you make money? So hopefully I didn't crush anyone's dreams. This is my opinion. Obviously, somebody can prove me wrong and they can say this is this. Please comment below. I would love to hear it. This is just my opinion. I'm very harsh. I'm very direct when it comes to business because business is not emotional. Just because your buddy has a bunch of dumpsters doesn't mean he's making great money. And just because somebody thinks that they have a business doesn't mean they're actually an owner who's making a lot of money. In business, we want to make money. We want to make money. That's the whole point of being in business, is making more than if we worked for ourselves, or making more so we can have money as a side hustle. Okay? This business does not really do any of that until 4 or 5 years down the road. So to me, I don't want to work for free for 4 or 5 years because I might as well just not do it and find another business idea. So this is my opinion on this. If you like this type of content, please hit like and subscribe. And if you want to review a business idea or trying to find one, I have a free ebook here with the link in below. You can always book a call with me. Thanks. Take care.